Well, hello YouTube. I'm going to show you how I take a once shot shotgun shell and make it into a simple little black powder one without a reloading press. There we go. Did not want to focus there. The first thing I do is I take our shotgun shell, and then I have this paper cutter. I just line it up to where the crimp would be, and I cut it. Now, it doesn't cut it perfectly straight, but for a single shot or a double barrel, it will not matter. Now, loading this in a pump shotgun might be a problem. I eventually want to get a actual press so I can crimp the shells, but just for plinking in the backyard and goofing off, this will work just fine. You can get scissors and straighten that out. I did cut some like perfect, and I'm not that worried about it. And then I'm going to show you how I take the primer and put a new primer in. So for removing the primers, I just take this punch. Size doesn't exactly matter. And then just put it in the vise here. Put it in the center. You can kind of feel it. It's kind of hard with the camera. And then you just take your mallet. And then the primer should. I don't know if you guys heard it hit the floor. Then we just take a regular 209 primer shotgun. I'm using these. They're at $2 for these. That's crazy. I got a whole bunch of primers for real cheap at a yard sale. Anyway, so we just take our primer inside there, and then I have a 5/8 wooden dowel that I just set inside, inside it like that, and then just tap it down until it sounds more solid. And we just double check. Maybe a little bit more flush. Take it down a little bit more. And there you go. All right, on to the next step. And then for the cardboard spacers, all I use is a on camera would help, a 3/4 inch punch. You can get these on Amazon or really all sorts of different places. And I just punch them out a little bit hard. This is a cereal box. And I'm just gonna do a couple to show you. Take them out, and there you go. And these work, they're pretty thick cardboard, and I like how the glossy side is kind of like, I wouldn't say waterproof, but it's pretty good. Alright, so to make these felt wads, I got a 19mm punch, and I was hitting it with the rubber mallet, and it was just knocking everything over. And then I kind of found another way. Hopefully you guys can see it. I had to have the vise in a weird angle for the camera. But if you just stick it in the vise, line it up, you just... Normally the vise is locked down, I just had to move it for the video. And then once you get it in there, you should be able to mostly get it. If you don't quite get it, just put it back on there. A little tighter. It takes longer. Almost got it all on that one. But there you go. Usually it comes out without needing to use the scissors, but it's still, in my opinion, a better way than smashing it with the mallet. So. And then for lubricating the felt wad, all I do is just dip it in my homemade black powder lube, which all mine is 50% Crisco to 50% beeswax. I just dip them in there. Sometimes it doesn't get it right where the pliers are, but I don't think that's no big deal. Alright, well, I'm going to finish doing the rest of these and then we'll move on to the next step. Our next step is to get these 12 gauge, I guess they're cups. I'm not, or what are they called? Yeah, wads. I got these at Cabela's. I got 500 for like $14. But we only need the cup part. We don't need the rest of this. So we're just going to take a razor blade here. And carefully, this is hard with the camera in front of me, but just carefully cut this back piece off. Of course, I can easily do it until I start recording. There we go. And we're going to do the other side. There we go. All we need, of course it flew away, is this cup. Now when I first started doing this, I was trying to cut the backs perfectly, but I'm going to show you in a little bit why it doesn't matter. I might cut that one down just a little bit. In this piece, I have, unfortunately, no use for, so we'll just throw that in the trash can. Then I'll show you what we do next. Alright, so I know it looks like a chaotic mess right now, but once you have the primer seated and all that, it's time to put the powder in. Real black powder is kind of hard to come by right now, so I'm using some black powder substitute. It doesn't really bother me. I know it's not quite authentic. It bothers some people, but it's just, that's what it is. And then we're going to be doing 70 grains. We're going to take our, get it, and then I like to tap it up just a little bit. That's pretty good. And then we're just going to put that in the shell. And then we're going to grab one of our cards. I like to put it with the glossy side down. Put it in there. We're going to take our 5/8 inch dowel and push it down and compress it. Black powder has to be compressed. If you don't compress it, if there's an air gap, it can become a pipe bomb, and we don't want that. So then we're going to take our cup that we cut. Oh, take that back. We're going to get our felt wad very lubricated. Now, a lot of the other videos I've seen of people doing this, I haven't seen them do the felt wad, but we do it for everything else pretty much in black powder, so I figured why not. And I have so much felt and so much of the black powder lube. So we're just going to push that in. And I figured it wouldn't hurt clean it. And then this is why the bottom doesn't matter about if it's cut, because it's going to push into the felt wad. I'm going to push the cup in like that. And then I like to take the dowel again, push it down. And then we're going to take our lead shot, which this lead shot, I don't know what size it is. It's more like bird shot. I got it for pretty cheap at a local gun store. It was reclaimed, so it's already been shot once. We just do it until that cup, I don't know if it'll focus. You can see where that cup is kind of full. Might put just a little bit more in there. And then take another one of our cards, put it on top, and then again get our dowel. Oh, sorry, not on camera there. I like to just tap it in. Then it'll look like that. Let me take our Elmer's glue here. I'm running low on. And then we're just going to put a nice little ring around it. Like that. And let that dry. And then when it dries, it'll look something like that. And then the next step is to go outside and test them and see if they work. So we're going to go out there and do that here in a few minutes. Well, we're going to test these black powder shotgun shells and see how they go. Ooh, smoky. Get after you shoot. Okay, that was just way too much fun. I want to shoot more, but I only brought 4. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. So I just wanted to show, this is one of the ones we just fired, and it's actually, for having the black powder, or the black powder substitute anyway, is not that dirty. And since we're not crimping the front and it doesn't seem to expand much, I feel like this could be reloaded a whole bunch of times, because if we have the traditional method where you crimp the end, eventually the crimps will break. So I kind of like this method. I do want to eventually get like paper, the paper cartridges. They're like wax paper. I don't do brass. Brass is so expensive. 12 gauge brass anyway. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Sorry, back again. I know I keep saying end of the video, but I just thought about it after. I thought maybe you guys would like to see the damage of these water jugs. Not bad. Not bad. That would definitely take out a bird or the other animal. Anyways, for sure this time. This is the end of the video. Like, subscribe, comment. We'll see you guys in the next one.